Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Here to talk some more updates ahead of inZOI's release on March the 27th. We do have the Creative Studio opening announcement. This is going to give you a little bit of a head start on the game, so we'll talk about that. And I do want to give you guys some more insight on the system requirements. I saw a lot of talk on yesterday's video regarding the system requirements, and rightfully so. Like, the system requirements are absolutely insane, but you know, this is a game that is technically impressive, but I get the complaint about it not being able to run on lower-end machines, and when you look at the kind of game that inZOI is, it's gonna attract an audience that doesn't have, you know, RTX 4080s, let's just put it that way, but we'll talk that in a little bit. First of all, the inZOI Creative Studio opening announcement has been announced, I guess. Hello creators, as the early access launch approaches, that's on March the 27th, the inZOI team is pleased to share exciting news that brings us one step closer to all of you. In appreciation for your continued interest and support, inZOI Creative Studio is scheduled to open on March 20th at 00 UTC. In inZOI Creative Studio, you'll be able to take advantage of the customization aspects of the game. You can experience the following two major features of inZOI, including ZOI customization as well as construction. inZOI Creative Studio can only be downloaded and played on Steam. You need a key to access the inZOI Creative Studio, and that'll be available through drop rewards on various streaming platforms. This is something a lot of publishers do to incentivize, you know, people watching creators and watching social media content about the game. Starting March the 20th, streamers will be free to broadcast their early inZOI gameplay, and viewers can watch broadcasts with the relevant category set and acquire keys through drops. Specifically, how to obtain drops. Drop period March 20th until March 22nd. It may end early if the supply runs out, so don't miss your chance. After the drop ends from March 23rd until the 27th, the inZOI Creative Studio will be accessible to everyone without any restrictions, so don't miss this period either. So the initial portion of inZOI Creative Studio is going to be available to people that just have the early access key via the Twitch drops and whatnot, the streamer drops, but then it will be opened up to everyone on March the 23rd, and that'll be running until March the 27th, so you'll have an opportunity to see what inZOI is about, and hopefully the Creative Studio is going to give you a little bit of an insight on how that game is going to be running. I get it that you actually have to get into the game and see everything in action to see how the game is going to run, but it'll hopefully give you a little bit of insight, and at least can let you know on the expectations. Remember that this game is also going to be in early access, so don't expect all of the performance elements to be ironed out right out the gate. With that being said, streaming platforms that are going to be offering drops include Twitch, CHZZK, I don't even know what that is, Steam, and Soup. I don't know what these streaming services are outside of Twitch and Steam, but nonetheless, you'll have those services as well. I'm sure most of you guys will be watching on Twitch if you do want to take advantage of that. With Twitch, link your Craft-On ID with your streaming platform ID, add inZOI to your Steam wishlist, watch a broadcast with the inZOI category set for at least 15 minutes, then you can acquire the inZOI Creative Studio key. You can conveniently link your Twitch account and Craft-On ID from an event page that will be announced separately on March the 20th. On Steam, from the inZOI store page, if you watch an inZOI stream for over 30 minutes, you can acquire a key. Easy. That's very, very easy to get access to the key. I think that's the easiest way. Like, I'm not a big watching stream guys, but just having an inZOI page, having the inZOI page literally open, that's all you have to do. Watch the stream for 30 minutes, you'll get the key, you'll be good to go. So that's a very easy way to go about it if you do want to play early, or, you know, access the Creative Studio early with the drops. We are already looking forward to see what kind of worlds you will create with this new creative environment. We will continue to bring more vivid news, so please stay tuned and be sure to participate. More than anything, I think this will be a good insight from a performance standpoint to see how the game will run, but on top of that, I do want to give you guys some insight on the performance requirements and the system requirements, I should say. Minimum, medium, recommended, and high. We talked about it yesterday. You know, this is going to be an intensive game to run. On the minimum side of things, you're looking at an RTX 2060, and that's absolute minimum. A lot of people have The most common low-end rig a lot of people have is a GTX 1060 with 8 gigabytes of RAM. That is a low-end rig a lot of people are still running. Guess what? You're locked out of running inZOI. That's just the reality of the situation. They do note higher resolutions put more load on the GPU as they require rendering a greater number of pixels. They go over some very basic things. So, as far as each tier, let's talk about this. Minimum is looking at NVIDIA DLSS, super resolution utilize, ray tracing off, and presets set to very low for better performance. The minimum requirements are specifically catered for ray tracing on and the presets set to low. So there's one tier even lower than, the low setting. It's very low. Then medium. That is medium requirements, which is a little funny that this is for NVIDIA DLSS super resolution, of course, being utilized, ray tracing on in the preset set to medium, and then they go over better performance, turn ray tracing off, and set the preset to low. Recommended is for ray tracing on and the preset set to high, ray tracing off and preset set to medium for recommended. And then high is for the game with ray tracing on and the preset set to ultra high. They note you can get better performance if you set ray tracing off and preset set to high. Like, that's all the basic stuff, and I totally get why people are upset about the system requirements, because I talked about this in yesterday's video. Sims is a franchise and a game series that people literally play on their laptops, people play on their older PCs. Sims isn't the franchise where somebody runs out and they buy a $2,000 PC or a $1,500 PC or even a $1,000 PC. They just play on the machine that they use for their day-to-day activity, checking emails, playing some RuneScape maybe on the side. They play very lower-end games, League of Legends, etc., etc. Sims falls into that category. However, inZOI is also a game that a lot of its appeal is its technical capabilities, and I think that's why the game is going to gain a lot of traction on social media, is because a lot of people are familiar with Sims and they're like, holy hell, this is Sims with incredible visuals. Let me check this out. Let me learn more about it. Now, they might be gated out of playing the game from a system requirement standpoint, but it'll still get a lot of attention. It should be noted that the game is fully playable with NVIDIA GeForce Now. That is the streaming service. I'm not big into streaming video games, so that won't be my cup of tea. Like, my PC will be able to run this game, but you get the idea. I'm not into streaming, but if that's the only way you have to play the game, you can take advantage of that. Steam Deck capability, I really would not be expecting to be playing this game on the Steam Deck. Maybe after the game comes out of early access, they'll work really hard on optimizing the game and they can get it working at that level, but yeah, I would not be expecting it. Hopefully at some point they do port the game to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series. I think the game can get a lot of traction on console as well, and people would be wanting to check it out. They haven't noted anything about controller support, and on the Steam page there's nothing noted on controller support, so I wouldn't expect that right out the gate either. But exciting stuff with inZOI. You'll have an opportunity to check out some of the creative suites and creation studio aspects on March the 20th if you do get a key drop, and then on March the 23rd it will be opened up to everyone. And yes, I get it. The game is going to be very difficult to run. It is what it is. That's an aspect of the game. And don't even expect, if you have a high-level PC, a high-end PC, that it's going to run perfectly well. It is an early access game. We've seen so many early access games come out that have had high system requirements, and then ultimately the performance isn't great. That's hopefully something they'll iron out throughout the process of early access. But that's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, thank you for watching. Let me know your excitement level for inZOI, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.